So friends, make sure you pick your longest stick. This is mine. And you're going to make it into the shape of a circle. Make sure you have lots of extras, and you're going to use those extras to wrap it around. So I'm going around and around and around. Good. And on the same on this end, if you have any extra, make sure you wrap it too. Okay? And now you've got a circle shape. So friends, once you have your circle shape, you're going to just add some extra branches to it to make it into a wreath. So I like to hold on to that when I start, and you're just going to wrap it around. So go under and over and under and over top again, right? Underneath over here. And then I had a little crack there, but that's okay, I'll just keep going. Underneath, over top, and around and around. And I'm still holding on to that one because it just wants to pop right out on me like this. So I'll just hold it back underneath. And then I'm going to add a thicker one over on this side, just to give it some more depth. And then it will go over and around. And this will be easier for you because you'll have both your hands and you won't be holding it for the camera. You just want to wrap those branches around just like that. Okay? And then I'm going to add a little bit more. Let's just see. And if you start kind of in the middle, you give it more support, just like with the outside very beginning circle. So I'll do some wrapping that way, do some wrapping this way. See, that's really holding all of my ends together. Good. And then I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and we'll go from there. So now after you've added some branches like I did in that very fast video, I'll just slow it down for a second to show you how to add more. If you find you have a thick branch like this and you're worried about it coming out, or these ones over here, if you start with your smaller, skinnier branch right in the middle and then wrap it one way around that big stick, and then also wrap it the other way. And that way you've kind of braced that stick so that it's more sturdy in there for you. So mine is looking more of an oval. You can fix that just by bending it. Now it's more of a circle. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the next step, which is putting the sturdier sticks through. So I've gone ahead and actually measured some of my sturdy sticks by placing them on top of my wreath and just chopping them with my hedge trimmers. If your mom or dad is there with you, please ask them for help with that. You can also just break your sticks. So we're going to take our heavier stick. This one is super heavy, and we're going to wedge it in between our wreath. Okay, we're just going to slip it through like that. Good, perfect. And then another. And I always start with the heavier side first because it's easy to pull the little pieces through, but not so easy to pull the big stick through in the end. And you just want to get in between there somehow. Good, and see there's some extra little pieces, and that doesn't matter. So we'll do the same. You need at least 4. If you can get more through, that's better, but not necessary. I'll just slide it right through in between here. A little tough. There we go. And now I will get another stick. I sort of want them to come together in the middle like that, just like a spider's web. So you can go above or below. This one's a little sturdier, so I'm going to try and do it underneath. There we go. And now we've got about there's little 8 pieces there, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Good. We can go more. The more the better, because it'll make your nest sturdier in the end and give you more things to work with to wrap your branches around. So let's just remember where our middle point is. If you go too far, you can back your stick up. And there we go, just like that, all together. And I'm just going to add one more, I think. Let me just see where I think it needs it most. Maybe we'll go right here. Let me turn my stick around. That side didn't look as good. Okay, and there we go. So now I have a spider's web. Okay, so the next part is just to weave your sticks through. So this is where you really want your bendy sticks, because if you have harder sticks, when you go to bend it, they're just going to break, just like that. And so what we're going to want to do is use the smaller little pieces, and we're going to start weaving. See, even this piece, oh, it's okay. It's kind of a bend test. It's just like when you make asparagus. You kind of snap it where it's not good anymore, because you know this is going to break off when you try to weave. So for the weaving part, we're going to start in the center. Maybe use your thumb to hold it, and then go in between and over and under, just like regular weaving. We actually had straw weaving planned for March break, and it would be very similar to that. So over one stick, oh, they are bendy. And underneath here, see, I'm underneath, good. Oh, and there I had a snap, that's okay. And then back up. You don't have to do every single one, but the more you include, the tighter your weave will be, and the nicer your basket will hold up in the end. See, I was even almost able to tie a knot there. So we'll just keep going around and around until my vine is used up. Okay. Let's try it with a little bit of red branch. I've got to cut my red branch here. It's a little bit tighter. Oh, no, I'll just use a different one. That's okay. So the red branch, you see I've got lots of little sticks attached to it. I'm going to weave it through like I did my yellow one. Over and under. And I'm just going to pull it up through and up on top. See, and that was nice and sturdy. I did get a little snap there, but that's all right. And friends, your branches, now I have all these branches to play with. So now I can take one and go under and over and under, and just do it loosely for now. And the next branch, under and over. See, I went opposite this time. Under and over and under. Good. And some of them just fly out to the side like that. See that over there? That's okay. It just gives it more character. So I've still got a few little ones here, but I'm going to leave them like that for now because they allow me to do extra weaving. So I'm just going to put this on fast forward and add branches and more branches and more branches, and then we'll do the next step. So I've done a pretty good job of filling it in so far. You can see that I kind of went every which way to get it filled in. It is advisable, if you have a few more sturdy branches, to kind of go in through the sides just to reinforce it a little bit. So under, over with a heavy stick, using the hard end to pull, and just sticking that through on the other side so it comes out like this. And that'll give you a little bit more strength in your nest. So I'm going to add a couple of those And then I'm going to do some more weaving of branches. So see, you just want to kind of go in underneath, over top, underneath, over top. Let's see if we can go over top of here. Good. And back underneath over here. And that's just going to provide extra support for your little sticks so that they are able to help fill in your wreath, turning it into a nest. Okay? And so see, I've got quite a few of those here now. I'll add one more over here. You might be looking at mine or yours and wondering, like, Miss Carrie, how is this going to turn into a mess? Oh, no, not a mess. It's a nest. That's right. But it does look like a mess, right? So, have you ever seen a bird's nest? They're kind of a mess too. But they trim them up when they're done, and they add extras to make them look pretty. So when we're finished, we can just go around with our clippers and clip the big branches that are sticking out really super long and super far, like this one. But you don't want to go too far because it does give it a rustic look if you have a few flyaways like this. So I'm going to speed it up again, and we'll be able to fill in the rest of our nest and go from there. So friends, I've gone ahead, I've cut my extra branches around the outside, so now it's a nice looking nest. We just want to add the finishing touches. So if you have something that looks like this, or some dried leaves from last year, you might not if your parents are good gardeners, but gardening has never been Miss Carrie's thing. So I do still need to clean out some of my flower beds from last year. And so I have all this good stuff, which looks like really good nest material. So all you just want to do is just add a little bit of extra material around in your nest. Use your extra sticks that are poking up to tuck it in and under and around with to give it more of a rustic but realistic look at the same time. See, you can even use it just like I used the branches earlier and weave it in and out. And it just fills in all the extra holes, providing it with some more support. So I've added a little bit of that. There we go. Sun through there. Good. I've got these also. They're just some dried grass leaves. And I'm just going to slide those through and under. And you really get that real bird nest effect when you add these natural materials. I mean, they're all natural materials, but this really dried grass stuff, it really takes your wreath and turns it into a nest that is definitely bird-worthy. I don't know if a bird would sit in our nest later or not, but our nest is intended to be used by us. You can use it for decoration. You could use it for Easter. In my family, we've always made a nest every year at Easter time, and we leave ours outside on Easter weekend, and we see what happens. And so I challenge you, once you've finished building your nest and you get it to how you like it to be, to go ahead and put your nest outside this Easter weekend and see what happens. I'll post pictures of what happens at my house. Please post pictures of what happens at yours. There we go. Just add a little bit more. This one was not as easy to intertwine there. but it just gives it more of a rustic look. So I hope you enjoyed making a nest with me today, and thank you for participating in this week's challenge. I wish you all a happy Easter, and we'll see you soon.